left, the big skyscraper. This is Ireland's tallest commercial building. It's called the Obel and it's 28 stories high. Now, I've got people on board today from all over the world. You will have much bigger buildings than this one, I know. Let us have a moment of glory. We're extremely proud of our tallest building. Now folks, you're in Belfast, coming up on the left. The Odyssey Entertainment Centre, the home of the Belfast Giants ice hockey team. When they were thinking of names for the team, the first name they came up with was the Belfast Bombers. Now, given our history of conflict, not the wise decision, and it was quickly dismissed on the grounds of poor taste. The next name, the next team they come up with is the Yankee Rejects, and that's because nearly everybody on the team comes from Canada. Again, this was dismissed. In the end, they went with the Giants because Northern Ireland, for such a wee country, is in fact a land of giants. We've got the Giants Causey on the north coast. We've got the giant cranes of Harold and Wolf. And then of course is the Irish giant Finn McCool, who's the mascot of the ice hockey team. We do Giants Causeway tours every day, by the way. Show your bus ticket for a discount. The next stop is number 3, Premier Inn Hotel, Odyssey Complex. We're going to stop here, someone's rung the bell. We're turning left now onto Queen's Island, also known as the Titanic Quarter, home of the world's most famous ship, unless of course you're counting Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark, of course, built by amateurs. Titanic built by professionals, and we all know how that one turned out. Now children upstairs, if you look to the left in a moment, you're going to see wee grey doors. Behind the grey doors, that's where the little people live, the leprechauns. They come out once a year on St. Patrick's Day, on March the 17th, for the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. They're invisible all the rest of the year, apart from one day, on St. Patrick's Day. So if you're here next March, the wee grey doors will be opening, little people will be coming out. So just a reminder then, this is the last bus of the day. If you do get off, no more buses coming along to pick you up. Okay, stop number 3, Premier Inn Hotel, Odyssey Complex. Somebody rang the bell. Now if you look to the left here, you're going to see the Titanic's wee sister, the SS Nomadic, and she was built to carry first and second class passengers to the Titanic from the French port of Cherbourg. She's exactly 1/4 of the length the Titanic was. There she is on the left with the yellow and black funnel. The big silver building on the left is the Titanic Belfast visitor attraction. Locals have nicknamed this one the Iceberg. This is stop number 4, automatic stop. Because of building work, we're going straight to number 5 and coming back to stop number 4. On the left, the red brick building, Titanic House. This used to be the offices of the shipbuilder Harold and Wolf, who built Titanic. As you go past the building, look at the windows and you will see that as a mark of respect, they haven't been cleaned since the Titanic sank in 1912. Now look to the left over these black railings. You'll see some big copper poles. In between the poles is the slipway from where the Titanic was launched on the 31st of May 1911. The launch took 62 seconds. After the launch, she was fitted out, and this process took 10 months. On the left now, the Titanic film studio, and this is where they do indoor scenes for Game of Thrones. When the Queen came here, she did a tour of the Game of Thrones studio. She declined the offer to sit in the big iron throne, presumably on the grounds that she's got the real thing at home. We offer 2 Game of Thrones tours, one to Westeros in County Antrim, the other to Winterfell in County Down. Again, show your bus ticket for a discount. I don't watch the programme myself, much too gory for me. In fact, they use so much fake blood that is delivered to the set in oil tankers. Okay, this is stop number 5, HMS Caroline. It's also the stop for the Titanic dock and pump house visitor attraction. If there's anyone for number 5, please ring the bell. If you haven't bought your ticket yet for HMS Caroline, I've got discount vouchers. Ask me for them as you're leaving the bus. HMS Caroline there to the right is the sole survivor of the Battle of Jutland, the biggest naval battle in the First World War. Caroline came to Belfast in 1924 as a training ship for the Royal Navy. She's been here ever since. Locals call her HMS Go Nowhere, HMS Never Budge. To the right, the red brick building, is the Titanic dock and pump house visitor attraction. This is known as the footprint of Titanic because this was her last place on land before she set sail. The Titanic was here for 3 weeks, having her propellers attached. If you do the tour, can you see where the people are standing? You go to the bottom of the dry dock. It's at the front of the building. It's 44 feet below ground level. Anybody for number 5, please ring the bell. The Titanic hit the iceberg at 20 minutes to midnight on the 14th of April 1912. She was in international water just off the coast of Newfoundland in Canada. And by 20 minutes past 2 of the morning of the 15th of April 1912, a ship that had taken more than 3 years to build, in under 3 hours, had sunk to the bottom of the sea, broken in half with the loss of more than 1,500 lives. Just over 700 people survived. The wreck of the Titanic was discovered in September 1985 by an American oceanographer called Professor Robert Ballard. Now, if you ask anybody about the Titanic, you'll get the same answer. She was all right when she left here. If you want to know what happened, ask the English captain, his Scottish sidekick, or the Canadian iceberg.
I see where it is. We're going to press 7.
Harold and Wolf is based here in East Belfast. This is the loyalist unionist part of the city. And so the workforce of the Titanic would predominantly have been of the Protestant faith. So local people here joke that while the Protestants were down in the shipyard building the Titanic, the Catholics were on the Falls Road building the iceberg. Now if you look to the left here, the 2 big yellow cranes, iconic landmarks here in Belfast, and these are called Samson and Delilah. That's if you're a feminist. Samson and Goliath, that's if you're not. At their base was once the largest dry dock in the world. Now if you ask anybody who works in the shipyard what H&W means on the top of the cranes, they will tell you the same story. It stands for hard work. Of course we all know that is not the case. It actually means hello and welcome to Belfast. It also means Harland and Wolf. Okay, this is stop number 4, Titanic Belfast. If anybody wants off, make your way downstairs, please, to the door. If you haven't bought your ticket, I've got discount vouchers. Ask me for them as you're leaving the bus. Remember, there's no more buses today. You'd have to make your own way back to the city centre. Stop 4, Titanic.
So when we